If you look at the third question carefully, they are not asking us to find the bottom 5 states with the penetration rate. They are asking us to find the listed states with negative penetration rate in EV cells from 2022 to 2024, which means we need to find the states which have the negative penetration rate, which means declining in the EV cells from 2022 to 2024, and we will find out that. First, we need the measure called penetration rate, and we have already created this measure in the previous videos. That is total EV cells per state divided by the total sales per state. Now we need to create a measure for each year separately that only shows the penetration rate for that year. One for 2022, one for 2023, and one for 2024. I am going to create a new measure called it penetration rate for 2022, and I am going to use the measure calculate, and from the penetration rate percentage measure I only need the value for fiscal year 2022 and close the bracket and click enter. Now copy this measure and create a new measure and paste it, and just change the year to 2023. And again do the same for 2024. And click enter. And now we have find out the penetration rate for each year. And now we need to find out the how much the EV penetration has been changed from one year to the next. So I am going to create a new measure, call it penetration rate change. For 2022 to 2023, and the formula is penetration rate of 2023 minus 2022, and click enter. And again I am going to create a new measure and call it penetration rate change for 2023 to 2024, and the formula is penetration rate of 2024 minus 2023, and click enter. And now we have find out the difference between the each years. And click the two measures and convert it into a percentage. And you can see here that there are states which have the negative penetration rate. See, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, and so on. And now we need to highlight only these states which have the negative penetration rate. And how we are going to do that? I will teach you a technique. Now I am going to create a new measure that shows if the penetration rate is negative, it gives us 1, otherwise it will give us 0. I am going to create a new measure, call it hash drop. If the penetration has been dropped, so I mean it as like hash drop. You can name whatever you need. The formula is if rate change of 2022 to 2023 is less than 0 or the penetration rate change of 2023 to 2024 is less than 0. If in these two measure, if any measure is less than 0, then return me 1, otherwise give me 0, and close the bracket and click enter. And now drag and drop this measure in the visual. See, you can see that if the rate change is minus, we will get 1. Penetration rate change is positive, we will get here 0. And now I am going to use this measure to highlight the states which have the negative penetration rate, which means which states are declining in the EV sales. Click the visual and convert it into clustered bar chart and remove the hash drop from the field from x-axis and click the visual and go to filter and drag and drop the measure we created hash drop in the field on filter on this visual and say is 1, then show me. Click apply filter and now we have got the states which are declining in the EV sales. And we don't need this visual because they ask us to find the states which are having the negative penetration rate, not the bottom 5. Click the visual, go to format and turn on the data labels. Let's make a new measure called overall penetration rate from 2022 to 2024. This tells us if a state's penetration rate has improved or dropped over these 3 years. Positive means it went up, negative means it went down. We simply take the 2024 rate and subtract the 2022 rate and that's it. I am going to create a new measure called overall penetration rate from 2022 to 2024 and we need to minus the penetration rate of 2024 with 2022 and click enter and click the measure and convert it into a percentage and I will drag and drop this measure in the visual. Even if a state shows a drop in sales for a specific year, the overall penetration rate 2022 to 2024 helps us to see its long-term adaptation in the market. This means a state can still have a strong position overall despite short-term declines.